represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation today, 724-438-4593. That is the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Both lines are currently open, so no waiting. If you want to give me a buzz right now, we'll start chatting shortly. What's on Your Mind is brought to you by K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. Okie dokie. So I will be up front. I did not watch the State of the Union last night. Didn't watch. They were saying it was going to be a long one, and it ended up being long, an hour and 40-some minutes long. I was tired, and you know what? I just probably would have fallen asleep anyway on the sofa. So did not watch. Excuse me. I have been watching highlights all morning of the State of the Union, and you know, a lot was what you expected, right? I mean, the president touting what he sees as his successes, presenting new ideas, and really trying to get, support. And I found it, I guess, not unexpected, but I don't know, more disturbing, really, the reaction from the Democrat Party in the chamber last night. President Trump on several issues, bringing up what he thinks is wrong and asking everybody to agree with him on that. He brought up gender transition. And he's saying, can't we agree that this is wrong? That performing surgery on minors is wrong. We need to put an end to this against minors having sex-changing surgeries and putting an age limit on there. And half the chamber stood and clapped, and the other half sat on their hands. He brought up, and I love this one, and a lot of people were saying this is going to be a big campaign issue for a lot of people. A very good visual. The president talked about security, and he says the first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. He prefaced this quote by saying, I'm asking all of you to join me in this belief that the first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. And again, half the chamber stood up applauding, and almost every single Democrat sat on their hands doing nothing. I'll tell you what, if I'm anybody, I don't care if I'm a Republican, an independent, libertarian Democrat running against a sitting Democrat, I'm poring over the videos from the State of the Union at that particular point in time, and I'm picking out my incumbent Democratic opponent is, circling them to show in the ad them sitting on the fact that they don't think protecting you, a U.S. citizen, is important. That's how I'm leading every single ad. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What else here? Irina Zarutska. Now, the name might not be familiar to you, but this last fall, down in Charlotte, North Carolina, she's riding on a bus or a subway, and she is attacked and loses her life to a violent repeat offender who we have come to find out has been convicted and accused of many heinous crimes and arrested several times, and judges are just letting him out over and over and over again. This young lady who came to this country legally with her family from Ukraine, minding her own business, gets attacked and her throat is slashed and she is stabbed and loses her life to a guy that shouldn't have been out on the streets. He brings up her memory, and yet Democrats sat on their hands. One time that they did stand is President Trump is urging Congress to pass legislation that bans insider trading for members of Congress. That did get a standing and applause from several members of Congress, including Senator Elizabeth Warren. So that was nice. He introduced the men's hockey team, U.S. Olympic hockey team. Everybody cheered on that. That was very nice, too, chanting USA, USA. That, however, gets overshadowed by Representative Rashida Tlaib wearing a button, a lapel pin, that says F ICE. Classy, isn't it? Nice. I just, unbelievable. He talked about the affordability of housing. Yes, he brings up the fact mortgage rates are going down. They still need to come down more. He talked about an executive order he has signed preventing corporations from buying real estate, houses. And he told the story of a woman who put an offer in on 20 different properties, houses, to buy, and lost every single time to a corporation that came in and outbid her so they could then turn around and rent the house, making money that way. He also mentioned the war on fraud. This is probably in light of what of events that recently showing massive fraud in the state of Minnesota, and that is expanding to other states as well. And Vice President J.D. Vance will be heading up that task force looking for fraud in Medicare, wherever in government, even defense spending, and housing, and all kinds of other fraud and using different metrics and sources for investigating and clawing back this money that's been defrauded from the people of the United States and getting it returned to the taxpayers. So, yes, what was it perfect? Were there some exaggerations told? Yeah, there were. I think it's not unique to this president. I think all presidents in their State of the Union have exaggerated to some form or another, to some point or another. But from what I can tell, again, I did not watch it last night. I have not seen the whole thing. I'm just catching clips here and there. I think the president hit on a lot of talking points that will continue through the midterms. So if you want your thoughts, I'd love to hear from that. We talked a little bit yesterday about manufacturing in this country. Well, Apple has announced that they are going to expand their manufacturing of the Mac Mini into the U.S. at their Houston, Texas campus. That it will employ thousands, they say, to manufacture these mini Macs. They also go on to say that they have already purchased 20 billion USA-made chips. U.S.-made chips from 24 separate factories across 12 states here in the country. Apple last year had previously announced a $600 billion investment in new facilities into the United States here. Whether this is part of that $600 billion, I do not know, but proof that the manufacturing is coming back. Not as fast as we may want. I understand that, but the manufacturing is coming back. For you Beatles fans, and we'll make another subset out of that, Paul McCartney in particular, and his second band, Wings, a documentary is coming out on the 27th, I do believe, about Paul McCartney, Man on the Run. And so it deals with the demise of the Beatles and the formation of his band, Wings. So for you Beatles aficionados, Paul McCartney fans, that should be a very interesting documentary to watch. So I think it's the 27th that comes out on Prime if you are able to stream that platform. So that's pretty much on my list. Looking forward to hearing from you, your thoughts on any of these topics, or if you've got something else, by all means, give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes, sir, Mark.
Yeah, you told me to call today if I remember. Yeah, I wrote it down what I want to touch on yesterday. But I'll talk about the not the debate, but his speech last night. I watched the whole thing, plus the Democratic rebuttal. Donald Trump comes across to me as a fighter.
Okay.
You know, he comes across to me. I mean, it looked a little like some kind of court case. Somebody divorce court case, you know how they go at each other.
Yeah.
It was a little messy like that. I've never seen it so messy.
Okay.
But Donald Trump comes across as a fighter, and I also call him, hey, he's the man in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
That's the feeling I get. I mean, that's the toughness feeling I get from him.
Okay.
And then, of course, I watched the Democratic response given by Abigail Spanberg?
Spanberger, yeah.
The governor. And I'm sure, she touched on some points. I'm sure they were credible. But the Democratic Party comes out across as a bunch of crybabies.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at the scale. You got the man in the arena on this side, and you got a bunch of crybabies on this side.
So
I mean, that's the way it came.
Okay, give me an example then, Mark, of what you feel was crybaby.
All this, what they talk about, affordability.
Uh-huh.
Well, man, I guess they don't live in Fayette County, do they?
No.
We've had it tough here forever,
mm-hmm.
and they're crying about affordability.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, she's the governor of Virginia. Virginia's like Massachusetts and California. They made their living off the federal government. I guess that's why they're so ticked off about all these people they cut in the government. That's what I'm thinking.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Well, I'm saying that they're a bunch of crybabies.
Yeah, one thing I got when she talked about that, she says, I traveled to all parts of this state, and I heard one thing, the same thing again and again and again, and that was affordability. Things cost too much. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? So she was probably campaigning for a year or close to a year. For that seat. So that takes us back to, as far back
Joe
as
Biden.
Exactly, and the early parts of the Trump administration. So, let's pass off some of that high cost onto Mr. Biden.
Yeah.
And bringing down those high costs is not going to happen overnight, although it is coming down.
Yeah. The biggest thing to do with the high cost is produce more oil, produce more natural gas.
Mm-hmm.
We need more energy.
Mm-hmm.
But every time you try to do it, the environmentalists will try to shut it down.
Yeah. I liked how, I guess, when you bring up energy and the high costs on there, the president last night mentioned that he is, I guess, signing another executive, document
about the data centers.
Yes, that you have to build your own power plant.
Yeah,
you're not going to do it off the backs of the local citizens that'll raise their rates. Build your own plant.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll fix it, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Pennsylvania has more natural gas than anybody except Texas. We got we can put a lot of those power plants up here if they want to build a power plant.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I got my last little thing written down here so I don't forget.
Okay.
Governor Newsom, of course, he's going to be running probably for president. He's probably front runner right now.
Right.
And I guess he was in front of some type of black audience. I guess trying to win votes, and black moderator there, and he goes on this. I think it might have been at the end of the speech where he goes on about equality. It was equality this, equality that. Everything's equal, and he said something about I'm a 958 SAT man just like you.
Yeah.
I guess it was that
and dyslexic.
Yeah. What they call? What is that? What they call it? Is that scholastic aptitude test or something?
Yes.
Is that what he's talking about?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 1600 is perfect, right?
I think so. Yeah. That is the test itself has changed some since I took it, so many years ago. I think I think it's 1600 now. It might have been 18 when he took it. I don't know.
Yeah. So what's he really saying? I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, and neither are you. That's what it's. Guess what it came across as.
Yeah, yeah, and that's how it's being spun in a lot of circles as well. But I just. It's where you try to take equality to such extremes. It's
It becomes tyranny.
It does.
It
does. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, if you're going to go along with that you know, spin.
Mhm.
Okay, that itself is racist. Well, you're dumb, is what he's saying. I'm
Yeah,
just like you. You're dumb. I'm dumb. You're dumb. I mean, you know.
Try to make everything equal. You can't make everything equal, Russ.
He's equating one person himself
Yeah.
to everybody else being dumb.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
because you can't excel, of course. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed everything's supposed to be equal, but
Yeah. So,
Russ, some people have more ability. You just can't. It's the way it is. You know.
So do you remember the name Susan Rice?
No, I don't.
She was in President Obama's administration. She was also in President Biden's administration. She's got her own podcast now. And she says that just wait until Democrats get back into the White House. There's going to be retribution against all of these companies that did away with DEI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they'll just go. That's where the tyranny of equality.
Yes.
Well, first, like I say, if you're going to be operating by a surgeon, do you want a surgeon who made an A or made a D?
I want the A.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. When I take an airplane flight, I want a pilot up there that graduated at the top of his pilot class. Not
and the
somebody
mechanic who fixed the plane.
Yeah. Not somebody there that's filling a quota.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The quota should be, are you the best of the best?
Yeah. You should.
You know, that's the quota.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Russ. That's all I got for you today, buddy.
All right, Mark. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. You have a good one.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, got to take a quick little break because, well, guess as usual, I'm running behind. So we'll be right back after this. Take the fact book.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? FACT, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. FACT, your community, your connection.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Well, much cooler temperatures are here, but you could still enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customer guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings, 724-554-6067 for a no-cost or obligation home consultation. Or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Now, you don't have to travel too far for medical marijuana products. Go to Local Leaf in Scottdale for a wide variety of locally grown and locally sourced products, plus your questions answered on medical marijuana, qualifying medical conditions, or how to register for your medical card. Local Leaf by PHG off Route 119 in Scottdale, 412-417-4964. Online at localleafpa.com. Local Leaf, your medical marijuana dispensary with locally grown and locally sourced products in Scottdale.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Bortz Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation today. Give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so give me a buzz. So I'm sure you heard TJ tell you on the news that Sidney Crosby has been put on the the disabled list on the NHL. So he's expected to be out for about 4 weeks with a lower body injury. It's one of the great things about the NHL. They really don't go into specifics as to what the injury is. So, it could be anything from, knee injury to, I don't know, a broken leg, to a bruise. So who the heck knows really what the extent is to Sidney Crosby, his injury there. So hopefully, though, the Penguins will be able to weather his absence and keep moving along throughout this season, heading towards the playoffs. So looking at that, I know it's very early. It's spring training, but, after so many years of despair, there's a little bit of hope, even if it's only for a couple days. The Pirates off to a 4-1 start in spring training. That's nice to see. Again, it's spring training. I know that. But I will say this, okay? There's a lot to be said for an early start to build confidence in the team members, saying, yeah, I can do this. We can do this. We have the tools to be successful. So as a confidence builder, absolutely, this 4-1 start, I think, is a good thing. But we'll see how that really works as we go through the spring training and into the start of the regular season as well, which, we're about roughly 5 weeks away from the opening of Major League Baseball. So looking forward to that and, the warmer weather. So today's a little nicer than it has been. We did wake up this morning to, a beautiful snowfall coming down this morning if you're in the Uniontown area. I don't know how much surrounding areas got. It's all gone now because we're up to about 40 degrees out there. The sun has popped through every now and then as well. So, it could be worse, right? It could be worse. My sister-in-law lives on Long Island, and they ended up getting about 22 inches of snow. And my sister, she says they're expecting more today, by the way, out in Long Island. Don't know if that's the case or not, but That's what the forecast is. And then my sister, who lives in New Jersey, outside of about a 20-minute drive from Philadelphia, she got about 20 inches herself there. So I think you and I can breathe a big sigh of relief that we got, maybe 2 inches of snow from that storm. So we're getting close to that point where we can say winter is behind us, and we have nothing but nice weather for the foreseeable future. So 724-438-4593. I have one line open. That's because we got a caller on the other one. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ. This is Tony calling from Virginia.
Hey, Tony, how you been? Haven't heard from you for a while.
No, I haven't called. I'm doing okay. I had 3 quick little points. I stay out of the mainstream stuff, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's time that we all just realize there's people who do not like President Trump.
Yeah.
They don't like what he does.
Right.
They don't like what he says. They don't like how he acts. They don't like what he, demeans people. And now they're being called Trump derangement syndrome people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who doesn't like President Trump is not deranged. They're not. And this name-calling has got to quit. And then, the Republicans call the Democrats names. The Democrats, it's never going to end.
Right.
And you have to accept there could be people who don't like him. On the other side, they have to accept there's people who love him, who are going to stand behind President Trump come what may, no matter what he does, no matter what he says, no matter how he conducts himself. They're going to be behind him, and that has to be accepted. It's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Absolutely, it is. And I'll go a step further. Not only do the people that despise President Trump despise him, they hate anything having to do with him, regardless of how well the plan may or may not be working out.
Well, but there's 2 sides to every way that you see things. I mean, and that the second little point that I have is it's away from the politics, but when President Trump ordered the demolition of half of the White House, and then it's demolished and it's been sitting there, I think that's wrong. That's wrong. If the ball accommodations were okay for the Kennedys, were okay for the Reagans, were okay for the Bushes, were okay for the Obamas, it's got to be okay for the Trumps, plain and simple.
Well,
and the new ballroom's going to be bigger than the White House.
Yeah, well, so I mean, I understand what you're saying, Tony, but the argument being that the East Room, which is what got torn down, and where state dinners were held, was too small.
Right, they have the red tents and all that.
But I mean, the Trump administration is saying, that the Biden administration said it was too small. The Obama administration said it was too small. The Bush, and that they all wish they had a larger facility for which to have these state dinners. So he's just finally doing what others have wanted and failed to do.
And I'm going to say the others, they wished it was too small. Too bad. You're only going to be there for 4 or 8 years. Move on. That's money. I mean, money, and that's supposed, one of the Republican platforms, which I happen to agree with, balanced budgets.
Well, this is not coming from government funds. The president says this is coming all from his own pocket and donations.
But, he's saying it, but the presidents before, know, and if he's willing to pay for a ballroom, if President Trump's willing to pay for a ballroom, then pay for an arts center. Don't pirate the Kennedy Center. He's pirating the Kennedy Center because Kennedy was a Democrat. I've heard him say it. And, it's not being run right. I'm going to get a new board of directors. It's going to run the place right. And build your own. Build a big one. Build a beautiful one. Have it open to the public for all of America to come see. You can do it. You can do it.
Okay.
You know, it's just the way I look at things. But and lastly, Mark is making me laugh. Mark is a hoot. Virginians are crybabies. Oh, Lord.
No, he didn't say Virginians. He said Democrats are crybabies.
No, he said Virginians.
I heard it as Democrats. Maybe he said both.
Yes, because he has to keep in mind that we just had a Republican governor for the last administration.
Right.
And Governor Youngkin did a nice job. I have no complaints about him. Abigail Spanberger just was installed.
Right.
And, she's supposed to be a moderate Democrat. We'll see. Time will tell. But we didn't go Democrat the whole state overnight. It's a Republican state, I assure you.
Okay.
I assure you it's a Republican state.
All right. It's just the big population centers outweighing the urban areas, I guess.
Well, it's like in Pennsylvania, around Pittsburgh, around Philadelphia.
Yep.
Exactly. Because when I used to live in Pennsylvania, they used to say, when I first came down here, I'd say, look, Pennsylvania is no different than the South. I'm telling you. There's Pittsburgh that's urban, there's Philadelphia that's urban, but the whole midsection of Pennsylvania is redneck territory. I'm telling you.
The famous T, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep. So, okay. Hey, Tony, it was great hearing from you. I thank you for your call. It's been too long.
I appreciate you listening to me. And everybody, we have to accept each other, and we have to live. And this isn't kumbaya. I mean, the Democrats are sitting on their hands because that's their show of dissent. Republicans might do something else because that's their show of dissent. We have to accept it.
I don't know if you heard this, but Senator Fetterman from Pennsylvania here is ashamed at the behavior of his fellow Democrats at last night's State of the Union address.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard that.
A lot of his fellow Democrats might be ashamed of his attire.
Well,
the man can't dress appropriately, you know?
I agree with that part. Yes, yeah. But, all righty, ma'am, I got to run here.
I understand. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your call. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good hearing from Tony again. So, hey, got to take another break here. 724-438-4593. Some more conversation after this.
You excited for Fish Fry Fridays, but not necessarily sure where you want to go? Then may we suggest the Butte House of Fish at the West Licensing Fire Department on Butte Road in West Licensing. Fish fries are held every Friday through Good Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Dine in or take out. They offer 4 meal options and various traditional sides, including haluski and pierogies. Enjoy a great meal and then check out their Chinese auction, Progressive 50/50, and other raffles and games. See you Friday at the West Licensing VFD. When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed. There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlo Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlo Tavern and Grill.
Don't miss out on Economy Furnace's end-of-season sale. It's the perfect time to upgrade your home's heating system with incredible savings. Take $250 off any furnace replacement, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. For qualified buyers, we're offering 0% financing, making it simple to invest in a new energy-efficient furnace. We proudly partner with Amana, bringing you the highest quality furnaces on the market. At Economy Furnace, we define excellence in every aspect of our business, from our expert technicians to our customer-focused approach. With Economy Furnace, it's not just a furnace, it's peace of mind. Our end-of-season sale provides unmatched value, combining affordability with premium quality. Economy Furnace is committed to excellence. Our team of qualified professionals is ready to ensure your home stays warm and comfortable throughout the year. Contact us at 724-438-4575 to learn more.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Looking to update your home? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodels that transform your space from outdated to outstanding. Our designers work with you to create the look you've always wanted with custom cabinetry, countertops, and flooring options to fit your style and budget. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to plan your dream kitchen or bath. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
To what's on your mind. We've got about 3.5 minutes here in hour one. Plenty of time to chat, so give me a buzz. 724-438-4593. State of the Union was last night. I did not watch it. I've just seen highlights here and there and doing some reading about it. So your thoughts. Did you watch it? What are your thoughts? How did things go last night? Find it interesting. I mean, so Senator Fetterman continues to baffle me, I guess. And maybe baffle's not even the right word. So as I told Tony, he has come out saying he was embarrassed by the decorum that, or lack of, I should say, shown by his fellow Democrats last night. He was talking about, he's the president of the United States. You respect the office. He said, if you don't like the man, fine, but you respect the office. So, and I think he was referring to, some of the yelling that took place, some of the grandstanding that took place for some. Not that the Republicans haven't done that in the past to a Democrat senator. I'm not saying by any means, stretch of the imagination, that Republicans are perfect and holier than thou. But I'm just going off of what took place last night. I gotta agree with Senator Fetterman on that. So it looks like nope. Had a caller, thought we had one coming through, but for whatever reason they decided not to chat. Maybe they'll call back next hour because we are starting to run out of time here. We do have about a minute 20 to go in this hour before we start heading off to the news break. So we got some time to chat. Part of last night was the war on fraud. War on fraud that Vice President J.D. Vance is going to be taking a look at and bringing the full powers of the government, whether it's the State Department, the Treasury Department, into this, looking at where your taxpayer dollars have gone, and is it being spent the way that it was supposed to be spent, or has those monies been diverted into something else altogether where others are making money and riches off of your hard-earned tax money. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 20 seconds or so.
I just want to say real quick, the Democrats of the John F. Kennedy administration was a lot different than the Democrats of today. Okay. It was a different world back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to make that shame what happened. The way they acted last night is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The Democrats, the way they act.
Yeah.
So.
Unfortunately,
like
Bob,
I said,
I think it's something that we're going to have to get used to, that it's going to continue not just with President Trump, but in future presidencies as well.
Yeah.
With that, I got to run, Bob. Thanks for your call.
Okay.
Hey, CBS News is next. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Fallout from the release of the Epstein files. Harvard University says former U.S. Treasury Secretary Larry Summers will resign from teaching amid a campus review of his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Summers has been on leave since November, and his name appeared hundreds of times in newly released Epstein files. CBS's Christopher Cruz also reports.
The Wall Street Journal reports Bill Gates apologized to the staff of the Gates Foundation during a town hall Tuesday, saying it was a huge mistake to spend time with Epstein. He admitted he'd brought Epstein into meetings with foundation executives, but insisted he did nothing illegal.
Lawmakers are gearing up for this week's House Oversight Committee testimony from Bill and Hillary Clinton in its Epstein probe.
Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton testifies tomorrow, and former President Bill Clinton appears Friday. They aren't accused of wrongdoing, but Tennessee Republican Tim Burchett says.
I think they're guilty of sin of a lot of things.
California Democratic Representative Robert Garcia wants to hear from the former president.
I think that anyone that has information about Jeffrey Epstein or spend any time with him, I think it's important to ask questions.
Allison Keyes, CBS News, Washington.
The FBI has searched the office and home of Los Angeles' school superintendent. CBS's Michael Wallace.
The Bureau isn't saying why agents searched Alberto Carvalho's home in San Pedro and his office at the Los Angeles Unified School District headquarters. Carvalho has been the superintendent of the nation's second largest school district since early 2022. Before that, he led Miami-Dade County Public Schools in Florida for 14 years. He has said he came to the U.S. as an undocumented immigrant from Portugal in the 1980s.
We now know whose medical problem forced the return of 4 International Space Station astronauts. CBS's Peter King.
When returning Space Station Commander Mike Fink greeted reporters in Houston January 21st,
here we are back on the most beautiful planet in the solar system.
He never let on that he was the one. And while he's not saying exactly what his issue was, he says whatever it was happened January 7th. And in a written statement released by NASA, he says he got immediate attention from his crewmates and quick response and guidance from NASA flight surgeons. All helped stabilize his condition. Fink says coming back early was the safest thing to do. He says he's doing fine in his post-flight recovery.
President Trump delivered a record-long State of the Union address touting the changes made in his first year back in the Oval Office. CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns.
Republicans came away from this speech praising the president and kind of breathing a sigh of relief that he didn't go too off script and stuck to what they hope to be campaigning on this cycle, which is the economy. Democrats, however, say that he did not address people's economic concerns enough.
Stocks are up on Wall Street. This is CBS News.
I want to know what's going on in the world. I'm Tony. There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers. How are you? I'm Tony DeCopel. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
Hey, who's hiding the gold? Ah, I see. It's the Pennsylvania Lottery with their new Find the Leprechaun scratch-off game. You don't need a 4-leaf clover to win. Just a little scratch and a lot of luck. And you could uncover top prizes of $10,000. Now, through March 9th, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear.
Always off to be Lucky Charms.
And you'll win $22 Find the Leprechaun tickets. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Scientists in Antarctica say that rising global temperatures are putting emperor penguins in danger. The BBC's Georgina Renard.
Emperor penguins must remain on platforms of sea ice for long enough every year
to replace weather-beaten feathers with new waterproof coats. But global warming is rapidly changing Antarctica. Satellite pictures show that after summer sea ice shrank dramatically in 2022 and 23, there now appear to be far fewer penguins in West Antarctica. Researchers at the British Antarctic Survey fear thousands of the birds may have died in the continent's icy waters, but there is some hope that a few groups manage to adapt and move to safer ice.
Officials say the deaths of 72 tigers at 2 tourist parks in northern Thailand are the result of canine distemper and not bird flu. The Thai health minister says officials have not seen any animal-to-human infections. Both parks are closed. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning. Your Bryant Dieter, keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It's 2:05. It's cloudy and 44 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Injured call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. We'll check sports and weather after the news. A routine traffic stop in South Franklin Township, Washington County, resulted in a chase Tuesday. 35-year-old Erlin Antunes from Guatemala allegedly ran from Green Washington Regional Police during the stop. He was found to be in the country without legal status. Police are continuing to search for a passenger who also ran from the scene. Officers pulled Antunes over for allegedly speeding in the Joe Walker Elementary School zone. During the stop, police said that they determined him to be without legal status. Police Chief William DeFort said the two individuals were not being targeted by police, but they initiated the routine traffic stop due to the alleged speeding in a school zone, which is a top safety concern. Antunes is facing charges of avoiding apprehension, escape, and speeding in a school zone. Sentencing is being ordered for a man who fired shots in a Westmoreland County home. Prosecutors say that Trey Goins opened fire on a Ross Draver house in October of 2022. 4 people were inside at the time, though none were hurt. Goins pleaded guilty yesterday to charges including felony assault and was sentenced to 4 to 8 years in prison. Flags will fly at half-staff in Pennsylvania next month in honor of Reverend Jesse Jackson. Governor Josh Shapiro has ordered United States and Commonwealth flags to be lowered on March 7th, the last day of Reverend Jackson's memorial services. The order will be in effect until sunset. In a statement following Jackson's death earlier this month, Shapiro remembered him as a change maker, a boundary breaker, and a passionate and unrelenting crusader for civil rights, equality, and opportunity. The partial government shutdown continues as Senate Democrats have blocked funding for the Department of Homeland Security. Here's more from Mark Mayfield.
Tuesday's vote to advance the spending bill was 50 to 45. It needed 60 votes to move forward. Democrats want the measure to include changes to immigration enforcement tactics that Republicans have rejected. This follows the fatal shootings of 2 U.S. citizens by federal agents in Minneapolis. I'm Mark Mayfield.
WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, college basketball tonight, Pitt will visit Stanford. We'll have the game on WMBS. The pregame's at 7:30 and tip-off is at 8. Spring training baseball in Florida today. The Pirates trailing the Braves right now 3-1 in the top of the fourth inning. That game being played in Northport. Pirates 4-1 in exhibition play. Penguins today put Sidney Crosby on injured reserve with a lower body injury. He's going to be out at least 4 weeks. He was injured during the Olympics in Team Canada's quarterfinal game. In other news today, good news, the team activated Chris Letang from injured reserve. He was hurt prior to the Olympic break when he suffered a fractured foot. Pens, they're back in action tomorrow night. They'll host the New Jersey Devils at PPG Paints Arena. Pens are 29-15-12, and we'll have the game tomorrow on WMBS. The pregame will be at 6 with face-off at 7. Cloudy the rest of the afternoon, 48. Mostly cloudy, 26 tonight. Partly cloudy tomorrow, 45. Right now, cloudy and 44 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes here on WMBS.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
You may have noticed a new internet company knocking at your door with claims like, "I'm not here to sell you anything," or "I wouldn't lie to you." The truth is, Armstrong has played an important role in your community for decades, and we're not going anywhere. That new internet provider will probably change their name, get bought out by another company, or fold completely. Armstrong, the internet you count on, the people you trust. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com today or anytime in the future.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
It's not just another sale, it is the February floor sample clearance at Chesler's Fine Furniture, located on Route 51 in Uniontown. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values on beautiful home fashions for every room in your house. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $429, solid oak 5-piece dinettes featuring Formica tops for $13.99. If you prefer all wood sets, they start at just $5.99. For the family room, sofas start at only $4.99 with love seats and chairs to match. Chaise sofas for relaxing comfort are priced at $6.29 and up. Chesler's has top grain leather sofas, love seats, chairs, and sectionals in stationary and reclining in stock from Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishing, and Craftmaster. Entertainment centers are sale priced from $159. Those with an electric fireplace start at $3.99. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be on sale. Credit terms and delivery are available with 90 days same as cash.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Bortz Jr.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to continue with the open conversation. Looking forward to chatting with you. 724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. That is the number I just gave you, and I'll repeat it, 724-438. We're starting again here. 724-438-4593. What's on your mind this hour brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore, and K2 Engineering. All righty. Just my talking points for the first hour. Documentary coming out on, I believe, the 27th about Paul McCartney, and titled Man on the Run. So it's going to be on Prime, that streaming platform. But it deals with, the breakup of the Beatles and the formation of Paul McCartney's follow-up band, Wings. So that should be very interesting. As a fan of the Beatles and Paul McCartney, I think I will enjoy watching that. Don't know about you. Give me a buzz on that. Apple has announced that they are going to increase production of the Mac Mini here in the U.S. They're going to add to their footprint in Houston by creating thousands of new jobs to build the Mac Mini. They have announced that they've already bought 20 billion, with a B, 20 billion USA-made chips from 24 separate factories across 12 states here in the country to go towards their Apple products. So some good news there. Unknown as to whether this project is part of the $600 billion that they announced last year of investments into the U.S. So don't know if this new factory expansion is part of that $600 billion. At the State of the Union address last night, it was announced a new war on fraud that Vice President J.D. Vance will head up. Looking for fraud in Medicare, in Medicaid, everywhere, Defense Department, transportation, all segments of government. They're going to be looking to see that the money that was contracted out is being spent the way it's supposed to be. If money doled out as grants is being spent the way it's supposed to be, if reimbursements that are being paid out in Medicare, Medicaid are for items that actually fall under the auspices of Medicare and Medicaid and other departments. It's really not known how much money this will uncover, how much fraud this will uncover, but they're looking for it. And this, I'm sure, comes back on, is because of what's taking place, the allegations up in Minnesota, where it's alleged anywhere from like $9 billion to $12 billion in fraud in Minnesota. Other states are already being looked at as well because of what took place in Minnesota. So we'll see. We'll see. So the State of the Union address last night was the big topic, I guess. So the president, again, I'll reiterate, I did not watch it last night. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. I did not watch it. Today, though, I have been seeing highlights, tidbits, reading about it. So a couple things that kind of struck me is topics that you would think would be universal in agreement. Not so much. It really kind of, to me, drove home the point of, if it's Donald Trump and it has anything to do with Donald Trump, I'm not going to like it. That's all it is. I don't like Donald Trump, so therefore anything he says or anything that he cares about, I don't. That's how this comes across to me. He talked about gender transitions in teenagers and preteens. He thinks we should create a law that prevents any kind